In honor of the draft being on Thursday, I wanted to look back at some old drafts. The one class that I really think of is the 2018 QB class. When we look back at the 2018 NFL draft class, we first think about the quarterbacks, of course. The quarterback class that was drafted in the first round in 2018 consisted of Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and Josh Rosen. In this class, you had the great, the good, the ugly, and the really ugly. Let's talk about the quarterbacks that were selected in the first round of the draft. We will start with the first pick, Baker Mayfield. Mayfield was selected with the #1 overall pick. Mayfield had a roller coaster of a career so far. In his first season in the NFL, the Oklahoma product has had moments of brilliance to periods of struggle. Mayfield's tenure has been marked by both individual growth and team evaluation. Let's dive into the highs, lows, and the transformative impact of his career. Baker Mayfield burst onto the NFL scene with a rookie campaign that ignited hope and excitement among Browns fans. After taking over the starting job in Week 4, Mayfield showcased his playmaking ability and leadership, guiding the team to several victories. His poise under pressure and knack for delivering in clutch situations endeared him to both fans and teammates. The Browns finished the year with a 7-8-1 record, a significant improvement from their winless season the year prior, largely thanks to Mayfield's contributions. The 2019 season was a bit tougher, though. 2019 presented its share of challenges for Mayfield and the Browns. Amidst heightened expectations, the team struggled to find chemistry and consistency, finishing with a disappointing 6-10 record. Mayfield faced criticism for his decision-making on and off the field, leading to questions about his ability to lead the franchise. However, adversity often serves as a catalyst for growth, and Mayfield used the setbacks to fuel himself to his craft. In 2020, Mayfield and the Browns experienced a resurgence under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Embracing a new offensive approach and emphasizing Mayfield's strengths, the team found success and clinched a playoff spot for the first time since 2002. Mayfield's improved decision-making, efficiency, and chemistry with his teammates were instrumental in the team's playoff push. In a memorable wildcard game against the Steelers, Mayfield delivered a stellar performance, leading the Browns to a resounding victory and announcing their arrival as a legitimate playoff contender. Following the 2020 campaign, Baker Mayfield's 2021 season with the Browns unfolded as a disappointing chapter. Hindered by persistent shoulder injuries that affected his throwing mechanics, Mayfield struggled to find consistency on the field. Amidst his physical adversities, performance saw a decline in completion percentage and an upstick in turnovers, contributing to the collective frustration of fans and pundits. Because of his disappointing season, the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner was traded to the Panthers in 2022. The Browns decided to trade for Deshaun Watson, even though he would be suspended for the first half of the year. Mayfield wanted out after the trade and got his wish as he was dealt to the Panthers. But his time in Carolina was very, very short-lived. He ended up struggling with a bad Panthers team and eventually got hurt. He was sidelined for a month because of an ankle injury. After some coaching changes, Mayfield was demoted to third string, in which he asked for his release. He was granted his wish and signed with the Rams for the rest of the 2022 season. With the help of Sean McVay, he revived his career. In his first start with LA, he led them to a comeback win over the Raiders in the absence of Matt Stafford. In the next offseason, he signed a one-year prove-it deal with the Bucs. Mayfield had a career resurgence with the Bucs after struggling with the Browns toward the end and his short tenure with the Panthers. Last season, he guided the Bucs to the playoffs, won the NFC South, and upset the Eagles in the wild-card round before ultimately falling to the Lions in the divisional round. Because of his success, he was selected to the Pro Bowl and was awarded a hefty contract from Tampa Bay. Right now, I would rate his career as a good pick or a B+.
I mean, it's all right,
Next, we come to the next quarterback selected, which was Sam Darnold. Darnold was selected 3rd overall and the second quarterback to be drafted. Darnold was taken by the Jets. Darnold had a lot of hype coming into the 2018 season. A lot of so-called experts called Darnold the safest pick in the draft, and some even said that he would be the best overall quarterback in the draft. During his time at USC, Darnold's star continued to rise. His combination of arm talent, athleticism, and football IQ made him one of the most coveted prospects in the draft. Darnold's tenure with the Jets was marked by some flashes of brilliance, but mostly tempered by inconsistency and adversity.
Seeing ghosts.
While he showed glimpses of his potential as a franchise quarterback, he struggled to find stability amidst coaching changes and lackluster supporting cast. Because of his struggles, the Jets moved on, and in 2021, Darnold found himself at a crossroads. Traded to the Panthers, he was given a fresh start and a chance to refine his career in a new environment. Many expected Darnold to play well and have a career resurgence. However, that didn't really happen. He showed some glimpse of what many saw in him in the 2018 draft, but in the end, he just wasn't the guy for the Panthers. Darnold played for the Panthers for 2 seasons and battled for the starting job in both years. He became the starter but got hurt, and when he returned, the Panthers had brought Cam Newton back along with journeyman PJ Walker. He eventually got the job back but continued to struggle and was benched once again. The next season he battled with Baker Mayfield for the job and lost to the former #1 pick. The USC product started a few games in 2022, but it wasn't enough for the Panthers to bring him back. He found himself the next season as a free agent for the first time in his career and ended up signing with the 49ers on a 1-year deal. He backed up Brock Purdy last season, and it was good enough for him to land a $10 million contract with the Vikings this past offseason. Right now, I understand the circumstances. He was drafted by the Jets, but he had a chance to prove himself with the Panthers, and he really didn't do that. So I would rate his career as ugly so far and a C- grade. Might be still low. He might be a D currently.
Have traded the 7th pick to the Buffalo Bills. With the 7th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen.
Now, the next quarterback was drafted was Josh Allen. The Bills traded up from 12 to 7 to select Allen out of Wyoming. Allen's early days with the Bills were marked by highs and lows as he adjusted to the speed and complexity of the NFL. While his raw talent was evident, he struggled with accuracy and decision-making, leading to doubts about his ability to lead the team to success. However, Allen continued putting in the work. He refined his craft and elevated his game to new heights. In 2020, Allen silenced his critics and cemented his status as one of the NFL's elite QBs. With the revamped supporting cast and improved mechanics, he led the Bills to their best season in decades, earning Pro Bowl honors and guiding the team to the AFC Championship game. As the 2021 season unfolded, Allen continued to shine, building on his success and further solidifying his place among the NFL's elite. With each passing game, he showcased his maturity, poise, and ability to elevate his teammates, earning praise from fans, teammates, and opponents alike. However, for the second straight year, the season ended in a heartbreaking loss to the Chiefs in the playoffs. They were 13 seconds away from winning, but the Chiefs somehow ended up tying the game with a field goal in the last seconds and won in overtime. The next season, in 2022, Allen played well again and made his second Pro Bowl. He threw for over 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, along with a 96 passer rating. His season was great, but once again, in what is turning out to be a common thing for Allen and the Bills, they fell in the divisional round. This time they fell to the Bengals. They had a great season in which they won 12 games again, but struck out in the playoffs once again. The next season, Josh Allen showcased his undeniable prowess as a quarterback, leading the Bills to the coveted second seed in the AFC. With his MVP caliber performance, Allen electrified fans and pundits alike. Despite finishing as a runner-up for the MVP award behind fellow draft mate Lamar Jackson, Allen's impact on the Bills' success was undeniable. However, despite their regular season dominance, the Bills faced a familiar foe in the postseason, falling once again to the Chiefs, and a heartbreaking loss in the divisional round. Allen is still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and arguably just behind Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. This was a home run pick for the Bills and rated as a great selection and a grade of A+. Spoiler alert for the rest of the video, if it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, he would have been the best pick in this draft. Now we get to the really ugly. The next quarterback that was drafted was Josh Rosen. Rosen was drafted by the Cardinals with the 10th pick. Many expected him to be the biggest steal of the draft. Even before drafted, he was expected to be, by many, the best quarterback available and that he would have the best career out of all of them. However, that was not even close to what happened. The Cardinals drafted Rosen with the 10th pick in the draft and even traded up to get him. After he was drafted, Rosen said this about the others that were drafted before him.
There were 9 mistakes made ahead of me, and I will make sure over the next decade or so that they will know that they made a mistake.
Rosen's rookie season with the Cardinals was not good to say the least, marked by inconsistency and upheaval. He struggled to adapt to the speed and complexity of the NFL, facing pressure from opposing defenses and scrutiny from fans and media alike. Midway through the season, Rosen found himself benched again. The next season, the Cardinals fired head coach Steve Wilks and replaced him with Cliff Kingsbury. Kingsbury decided to draft another quarterback, and that was Kyler Murray. He gave up on the Josh Rosen experience rather quickly. When Kingsbury took over, it signaled the end of Rosen's short tenure in Arizona. In the years that followed, Rosen's NFL journey took him on a whirlwind of tours of various teams as he struggled to find a stable role and consistent playing time. Despite brief opportunities with the Dolphins, Bucks, Niners, Falcons, Browns, and Vikings, Rosen failed to establish himself as a franchise QB, often relegated to backup duties or even practice squad roles. As Josh Rosen's NFL career enters a new chapter, the road ahead remains very, very uncertain. In 2023, he did not play for any NFL team. He was a free agent for the entire season. And now, we save the best for last. As we all know, Lamar Jackson has been the pride of this draft. Jackson has already won the MVP twice, made 3 Pro Bowls, and was selected to the All-Pro team twice, and just led the Ravens to the AFC Championship. In addition, Jackson has led the Ravens to 3 AFC North titles, along with making the playoffs every year he's been healthy.
What they getting? Everything out of me. They gonna get a Super Bowl out of me. Believe that.
For the entire season. The Louisville product has been the best quarterback since 2018, not named Patrick Mahomes. However, for some reason at the time of the draft, many experts, including Mel Kiper and a majority of the scouts, thought that Jackson was not a first-round pick. Because of what the scouts thought, he went late and was drafted with the final pick in the first round. However, unlike Rosen, Jackson proved them very quickly and won 14 games along with the MVP in his first full season as a starter. In the 2018 draft, Lamar Jackson's undeniable talent caught the eye of the Ravens, who took him with the 32nd pick. From the moment he stepped onto the field in Baltimore, Jackson's impact was felt immediately as he breathed new life into the Ravens' offense with his dynamic playing ability and infectious energy. In 2019, Lamar Jackson ascended to the pinnacle of the NFL, earning league MVP honors and rewriting the record books with his electrifying play. Jackson became just the second quarterback in NFL history to win the MVP unanimously, joining Tom Brady. I think you guys have heard of that guy before. Jackson also became the second youngest to win the award, only behind the late great Jim Brown. He broke Michael Vick's single-season quarterback rushing record and led the NFL in passing touchdowns with 36. His ability to evade defenders, extend plays, and deliver pinpoint passes revolutionized the quarterback position, earning him admiration and respect from fans, peers, and pundits alike. In 2020, Lamar Jackson continued to solidify his status as one of the league's premier talents. Despite facing heightened expectations following his MVP performance the previous year, Jackson rose to the occasion, showcasing his electrifying athleticism, improved passing skills, and unparalleled playmaking ability. Even though the Ravens fell to the Bills the next week, the Ravens were on the right track. Jackson thrilled fans with his jaw-dropping feats of athleticism and leadership. Even though he battled injuries in both 21 and 22, he returned in 2023 with an MVP season. The Ravens took the AFC North back. With his dynamic performance on the field, Jackson led the Ravens to the playoffs once again. This time, the Ravens got revenge on the Titans by beating them in the wildcard round for his first playoff victory, with a league best record 13-4. Jackson had 33 total touchdowns and had a combined 4,499 yards through the air and on the ground, and also had an impressive passer rating of 102.7. The former 32nd overall pick set a career record in passing yards at 3,678 yards while not playing every game. They took down the young Texans in the divisional round as Jackson had 4 total touchdowns, 2 through the air and the other 2 on the ground. Baltimore will be one of the league's favorites to win the Super Bowl, in large part due to Jackson. As Lamar Jackson's NFL career continues to unfold, one thing is abundantly clear: the Ravens got the best quarterback in the draft. With each game, he continues to amaze and inspire, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the football field and captivating audiences all around the world. Whether he's hurdling defenders, threading the needle with a laser-like pass, or orchestrating a game-winning drive, Jackson's impact on the game of football is undeniable, and his legacy as one of the all-time greats is already secured.
Gang!